If Christianity and Islam both claim Abraham, if they both claim revelation, if they both promise salvation, it is only important that we investigate both and see which one stands the test of time.
Now, my dear sister, let me educate you for free. Yeah, Christianity and Islam both claimed Abraham. Yes, you are right. You now said Christianity and Islam both claimed revelation. That is very wrong. Christianity does not claim revelation. Only an ignorant person will utter such statements, because the Bible is a collection of books written by historians, anonymous, and Paul. The letter of Paul to the people of Galatians, the letter of Paul to the people of Philippians, the letter of Paul to the people of Ephesians. So are you telling us that the letter of Paul was a revelation? Secondly, you said both Islam and Christianity claim salvation. That is very wrong. Islam assured we Muslims salvation in Quran chapter 18 verse 107 and Quran chapter 23 verse 1 to 11. But Christianity does not promise salvation, because there is no single verse in the Bible where God promised those who go to church salvation. Rather, the Bible promised those who believe in Jesus salvation. And guess what? We Muslims also believe in Jesus. When we say Anabi Isa, we pray for him by saying alayhi salatu wassalam.
MashaAllah, brother.
Now, let me quickly address this. A brother came to your comment section and said, you still never reply Apostle Abdullah. Then you said, who is that? The brother said, Apostle Abdullah. Then you said, who is he? Claiming you haven't come across any of my video. Wow. And this was just a day ago. But that same you was in my comment section 5 days ago, praying for that same person you denied, the same way Judas denied Jesus. You said, oh dear, bless your heart. My dear, bless your heart too.
I'm feel like crying for you.
Now, since you claim you don't know me, let me introduce myself to you properly. I am Apostle Abdullah, the little boy who fears no one other than Allah, the only man who can talk true to anybody and nothing will happen. And if anything happen, many things will spoil. And if many things spoil, there will not be solution. I am the weapon fashioned against the ignorant Christians. Now, as you know, I speak with facts and evidence. I am challenging you to debunk just one of my videos and prove to the world that everything I said is a lie. If you can do that, just one video, I promise I will give my life to Christ. I would have set you up for a debate, but it is like putting you on a suicide mission. I won't want to end your career.
Like I mentioned earlier this week, that Christianity stands and falls on events, the crucifixion and the resurrection of Christ. Unfortunately for us Christians, it is not only recorded in the Bible. The Roman historian Tacitus in Annals 1544 confirms the crucifixion of Jesus under Pontius Pilate. Also, Josephus in the Antiquities of Jews recorded that Jesus Christ of Nazareth was crucified, and there were hundreds, if not thousands, of eyewitnesses at the crucifixion of Jesus. That is not a falsifiable history. That is history that was experienced by thousands. However, the Allah of the Quran said that he out deceived everybody. In Quran chapter 4 verse 157, it said that they did not unalive him, neither was he crucified, because Allah is the best of deceivers.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Now, with this, you just proved Al-Quran to be true. The Quran didn't say the event of crucifixion didn't happen. It happened, but it was made to appear to them that it was Jesus they crucified. In reality, it wasn't Jesus Christ.
Are you serious?
In the Gospel of Barnabas, chapter 217, the soldiers took Judas and bound him without duration, for he truthfully denied that it was Jesus, and the soldiers, mocking him, said, Sir, fear not, for we have come to make you the king of Israel, and we have bound thee because we know that you doubt refuse the kingdom. Then Judas answered, Now ye have lost senses. Ye have come to take Jesus Christ of Nazareth with arms and lanterns as against a robber, and yet you bound me that have guided you to make me king. Then the soldiers lost their patience, and with blows and kicks they began to flog Judas, and they led him with fury into Jerusalem. So it was Judas they took for crucifixion, according to the Gospel of Barnabas, and not Jesus Christ. Now that is where a lot of people got the idea of it was Judas that was crucified instead of Jesus. Now, if the event took place, then what do you expect the historians to write? They would definitely tell you that the event happened, but none of the historians were there to confirm who was crucified.
Reason now.
Now, if you claim that because Allah deceived people to save Jesus from death, then Allah is the best of all deceiver. Yes, you are right. But my dear sister, do you know that in 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 22, God said, I will go out and be a deceiving spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. Now, this is your God, deceiving people. So therefore, your God is also the best of all deceivers.
God have mercy upon us.
So here's the tension between Christianity and Islam, because Christianity shows and proves that Jesus Christ died, was buried, and resurrected, and he was seen by over 500 witnesses after he resurrected. While on the other hand, Islam says that Jesus was not crucified and he was only made to appear so. These two statements cannot be true.
Yes, those two statements cannot be true. Agreed. You said Jesus Christ died and was buried, and he resurrected, and he was seen by 500 witnesses. Actually, that is in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 6. But in Matthew chapter 28, it says, only Mary Magdalene and the other Mary and the disciples witnessed his resurrection. So there is already a contradiction around his resurrection.
Hey!
In Acts chapter 1 verse 3, it says, Jesus lived on earth for 40 days before he ascended back to heaven. But in Luke chapter 24 verse 51, it says, Jesus ascended back to heaven the same day he resurrected. So tell me, how do you want me to believe a story that contradicts itself? So that story of resurrection can never be true.
Major General Sonia Part.
Now, my dear sister, let me bring back your senses. Now, let's all agree that Jesus Christ died for humanity's sins, allegedly. On the day of crucifixion, two thieves were crucified alongside with Jesus Christ, who is meant to die for sins, right? Then why were those two thieves crucified alongside Jesus? They should have set them free, because Jesus Christ wants to die for their sin. Or those two thieves, are their sins not included? Or what sin exactly did he die for? It
Is what it is.
It is what it is.
Is your car air conditioning not cooling well? Don't let this heat ruin your drive. At Auto Cooling Nigerian Enterprises, they are specialized in restoring your car's cooling system to perfect condition so you can enjoy a smooth and comfortable ride.
Are you serious?
Their service include car AC repair and servicing, AC gas refilling, cooling system diagnosis, compressor repair and replacement, condenser and evaporator cleaning, leak detection and fixing. Keep your car cool and comfortable no matter the weather. You can contact them on the number showing on your screen. They are also located at number 18 Ibidun Street, Ojuelegba, Surulere, Lagos. You can also contact them on Facebook at Auto Cooling Agents Nigeria Enterprises.